Hey y'all, my name is Willie Lawson, and this is a morning report. Welcome, and the morning report is a production of FightBackMedia.com, 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 and FightBackMediaTV.com. Trust that you are well. Now, I am a person who enjoys watching football. Now, I live in the South. We live in the South, and the South is about football. Football on Thursday night on Amazon Prime. Football on Friday night, called Friday Night Lights, high school football, baby. Football on Saturday, called college football, go Noles. Football on Sunday, called this the NFL, go Bucks. And even a little bit of football on Monday. So we're talking Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 5 days. 5 days of football. Let's say it together. 5 days of football. Because that's the hook. 5 days of football. Yeah, and if you don't like football, I understand that you believe football is being shoved down your gullet. I know. You know why? Because it is. Baseball, America's sport, pooey. It's football, baby. 5 days of football. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday night. And last Monday night, there were 2 games. It was a doubleheader, baby. You can switch back and forth between the games. Golly. Love that stuff. I just wanted you to get a baseline about how much I love football, because I do. I ain't gonna lie. I'm messing with you, but I do. I absolutely love it. Now, I'm watching pro football, and of course, we've been socialized to see what's on the back of some players' helmets. And I'm seeing phrases like choose love. Okay, and yes, I'll choose love. If you think it's a good idea, I'll choose love. Stop hate. Okay, I'll stop hate. I won't hate you unless you suck. Unless you beat my Buccaneers or my Noles, then I won't hate you. Okay. But in the end zones, I've noticed that in some end zones, in some stadiums, that they don't have anything anymore. There's nothing written in the end zones. I don't know if you noticed that, but if you watch anymore. But in some end zones, there's nothing. There's nothing written in the end zones. On the end line. And I saw in a couple of stadiums. I think in New York and in Pittsburgh, I think. And I wish I had paid more attention, and I'm sorry I didn't, because it's not a big deal to me anymore. I don't care. But I did see the phrase "end racism." And you guys know that I'm a person who asks questions. So when I see "end racism," it sounds like one of those things. Yeah, end racism. Then my question is, say it with me. How? How? Then my next question is it even possible? How is it even possible? Racism is a fairly new term. Born from Marxism. Let's just be real. And is it even possible? You know, one of the tactics in the Rules for Radicals by Saul Alinsky is that ridicule is man's most potent weapon. And racism is a tool of ridicule that is so effectively used. How do you just, how do we get rid of it? How do we stop it? How do we just stop it? If someone accuses you of racism, you can't defend yourself. It's not possible. All you can do is get mad about it, frustrated, act out in some severely negative fashion. Right? So how are we as a society going to end racism? Let me tell you something. And some of you don't want to hear this. We're not. Not as a society. It isn't even possible as a society. Because the heart of man is evil. The heart of man is evil. So we are, as humans, crappy from the factory. And in that crappiness is hate, is bigotry, is misogyny, is racism, is, I mean, just name it. That's our nature. Wow, I know. It's crazy, ain't it? Those things are our nature. And then it's easy to be socialized into letting those things, that bit of negativity or that mound of negativity grow in our, in our society. And not just our society here in America. And that's something else we have to stop doing. We have to stop thinking that all these things are uniquely American. They are not. There have been all this stuff all over the world since man. Since we crawled out of the primordial slime. We didn't crawl out of the primordial slime, but anyway, it's been there forever. People have always sucked. And I did the video on presentism, and you can watch that too. But all these things just sort of fit together. This idea, and these young people who think that there's this idea that something can be done, and then because they believe that, God bless them, they believe that, and they feel that it is a good thing to believe it, and they think that I'm an old negative curmudgeon that, oh, I may be, but it's not possible. Hey, you ain't people gonna do. And I do, and I kind of sound like, my grandfather or my great-grandfather in that sense. People are going to do whatever they want to do because that's how they do it. And that's what they've been doing all along, and they can't help it. They grew up that way, and that's their mindset, and that's just how it is. And you're just going to have to not worry about it and move on with your life as best you can. Yes. It's true. Absolutely true. When I was in college, when I started college at Hillsborough Community College here in Tampa, my first romantic relationship was with a young lady who happened to be white. My grandfather, he never said anything like, "Don't bring that white girl here." Never said that. Because we lived I lived with him at the time. He never said anything like that. All he said to me was, "Junior, be careful." They call me Junior. Be careful. He was worried about my safety because he knew that people, especially in his age group, weren't going to like that. And there were people who didn't. Here in my town, they did not. They did not like to see us sitting and having dinner. They did not like to see us bowling because my bowling was terrible. That was not why they were upset. They didn't like seeing us at concerts. They didn't. But all you can do is go and live your life the best you can. Like any other relationship, especially the boyfriend girlfriend thing you have in college. No, it didn't last. It didn't bloom into marriage. It did not. It fell apart miserably because people change or whatever. Or maybe she just got tired of it. Or maybe I was a bad boyfriend. Hell, I wrecked her car twice. Maybe that was it. I did. I wrecked her car twice. In 18 months. So maybe that was it. But I do have some experience with in-your-face racism. Some in-your-face bigotry. I do have some experience with that. Not the institutionalized racism that people are talking about, but in-your-face racism. While you're at the bowling alley, you can hear people referring to your girlfriend as a nigger lover. You hear it. So, yeah, I have some experience with that. I do. Now, what do? You live your life the best you can. You're not doing anything wrong. And I think for the most part, that's what we did. Because there was nothing that I was going to be able to say or do to those guys that's going to make them go, oh, have that Paul on the road to Damascus moment. That wasn't going to happen. I don't think it's possible for the society to do anything. Here's what I think is possible. Raise your children. Let me back up one more story. Remember, and I tell stories on this channel because we are all here in this place because of our lives. And our lives are narratives. They're stories that have gotten us to this point. So let me tell my story. When we went back and after that relationship, I'm in college. I'm at Florida State. And me and my roommate are home watching TV, talking because we were broke and we couldn't do anything else. And he asked me, and I think something happened. I don't know if something happened in society. What we're going to do about racism. Now, my roommate is white and ended up being my best friend. And best man at my wedding, all that kind of stuff. And we are still friends to this very day, to this very minute. And I said, nothing. We have to raise our kids. We have to raise our children. There's the key. You end racism one family at a time. There's no programs, there's no laws, there's no public relation campaigns. Raise your kids. Don't let society raise your children. Don't let the TV raise your kids. Don't let the internet raise your kids. Don't let social media raise your kids. You raise them. You instill your values. Now, yes, at the same time, some of the races are trying to instill their values into their children, yes. And that's why we have to combat that by raising our kids. By being very, very confident with them and upfront with them in what our family believes. I know you tell them, I know you see and hear other things. I know that. But this family believes this. This is what we believe. And be very, very open and stern about it even. Because that's really the only solution. One family at a time. My name is Willie Lawson, and this has been a morning report, not the morning report, but a morning report from fightbackmedia.com, fightbackmedia.com. Thank you ever again for watching. So until we see you again, go out there and learn to then love somebody. And for goodness sakes, y'all take care of yourself. We will see you when we see you. Bye-bye now.